Alright, this time we are going to be talking about quadrilaterals. Now, last time we talked about triangles, and we talked about the beginning. It's called a triangle because it has 1, 2, 3 sides. Because the word tri means three, like tricycle has 3 wheels. But now we're talking about quadrilaterals, which means, I'm not going to spell this right, quadrilaterals. Close enough. Alright? But the word quad is the important one here because quad means 4. And 4 means that it has 4 sides. Anything that has 4 sides to it. See how that has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So, quadrilateral, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we're going to be talking about this lesson. So here I have a couple of them kind of separated out for you. The first group we're going to talk about is over here. These are called parallelograms. Okay, they're called parallel. We learn that the word parallel means that lines will never cross if they're extended out. If they keep going, they will never intersect. And a parallelogram has to have all 4 sides parallel, meaning it's got 2 sets. So this set and this set are parallel, and this set and this set are parallel. If you can see, if I took this and made straight lines all the way down, they would never ever cross. Okay? So that's what that means. And it's sets. So this is the second set of parallel lines. Now a square is easy to see that it's parallel. But the other one, the second one right here, that when we took our pretest, almost everybody called a diamond, is actually called something different. But it is a parallelogram because all 4 sides are parallel. It's got 2 sets of parallel sides. It's got this one and this side are parallel, and this side and this side are still parallel. Even though they're a little bit bent or crooked or leaning, as some of you described, they're still technically parallel. Okay, and this one is also parallel if it got extended out. Okay, so that is another example of when all of them are parallel. All the sides is 2 sets of parallels. And down here is the rectangle again, kind of like the square, but just a little bit longer on 2 of the ends. So these are parallel and these are parallel. So again, 2 sets. Here's one set of parallel lines. Here's another set of parallel lines. Alright, so that's what we're looking for. Shapes with 2 parallel lines. Now we're looking at this middle section right here. This does not have 2 sets of parallel lines. It only has 1 set of parallel lines. So 2 sets of parallel lines. This one only has 1 set. Okay, as you can see, these, if you extended them, would eventually cross. And I'll even move that down for you so you can see that a little bit better. So, as you can see, if I extend these out and extend this one out, they cross, they intersect. But if I look at these sets of parallel lines, they will never intersect because they are parallel. So it only has 1 set of parallel lines. There's some other ways to draw it. So this is another kind of shape with only 1 set of parallel lines. So right there you see we've got parallel lines, but then if I draw the shape like that. So these are parallel, but these, again, would eventually cross. If they kept going and extended out, they would intersect. And the last section that we're going to be talking about is just a shape that has no parallel lines. No matter which set of lines that I want to look at, and it only has 4 sides. It's a quadrilateral. no matter what set of lines I look at, they will cross and intersect eventually. So if we extend this one out and this one, see they cross right there. And if we extend this one out and extend this one, you can see they cross right there. So remember, we have just 3 different sections of quadrilaterals when we're only talking about the sides. We have 2 sets of parallel lines, 1 set of parallel lines, and no sets of parallel lines. So 2 sets, 1 set, no set. Those are kind of the categories we're putting them in. And the last thing I'm just going to show you real quick is actually naming these sections. So the 2 sets of parallel lines is actually called a parallelogram. Alright, so if it has all sides that are parallel, meaning 2 sets of parallel lines, it's called a parallelogram. Alright, right there. Now this side, if it only has 1 set of parallel lines, like we learned with this line and this line, are the only parallel lines on that, that is actually called a trapezoid. Right, so again, 2 sets of parallel lines, 2 sets, it's called parallelogram. 1 set is called a trapezoid. And then when there's no sets of parallel lines, meaning no lines whatsoever are parallel and they will never ever, they will always intersect if you extend them out, is called a trapezium. Alright, so there you go. Parallelograms, trapezoids, and trapeziums. Those are how you classify quadrilaterals, which we know has 4 sides, by their sides.